everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. Now, at this point, I have been able to stabilize and secure the front line in Eastern Prussia. And as we can see, we've got some armies on the march. We've got Ivan, he's on his way to Danzig. And we've got Alexander Samanov with his cavalry army on his way to attack and take Warsaw. And then in here we've got a new named general. Well, he didn't have a name, so I went through all your comments about it, and after which Mad Max was the first one, and then the second one I found was someone saying he should be named Dmitry Petrov. So this guy, he looks kind of British. He has a British uniform, so that might be why. I didn't actually take a closer look. I just saw that he had sort of the tan, but I didn't think it was actually a British picture on it. Some of the others actually kind of look. Well, this one I'm not entirely sure if he. Well, he could. I think he could pass for Russian, but I think it looks like he's actually Austro-Hungarian. This guy, you can definitely kind of imagine that he could be Russian, but he could also be French, I guess. So that's what's going on there. We've got new troops and so forth. I don't entirely sure I told you last time, but I have been able to upgrade this point. So we have the trench warfare. So I've got these mortars. I've got the Bursilov Infiltratski infantry assault battalions, and some new units. So we've got the old rifle battalions, we got the new rifle battalions. One thing that I notice is the old rifle battalions have a higher accuracy, 56. The new ones have 46. What they have is a bit more. They have actually less morale, and they have. Overall, they're actually worse. The only thing they have an advantage in is they've got 10 extra meters in range. So I'm not entirely sure how good that is, given that they lose 10 in accuracy. 10 in accuracy is a lot bigger than 10 being able to fire at the enemy at longer range, I guess. We've got special forces and a few other things, but no new cannons or anything like that as of yet. Over here I have gone ahead and kind of secured it a little bit. The thing is, they keep pouring through here, so until I actually take Warsaw, this line is not going to be secure. I have kind of cut down the enemy quite a lot here, but I decided that if I stay with my armies here, I guess I could move up and close off the bridge until he takes Warsaw. So that might be a better idea, because I was planning on going through here and going down and attacking this already. But seeing as this, I think it might be better to actually move and secure the bridge, keep the enemy out, and as he takes that, then the enemy will have to focus on this, and they'll probably not walk around and attacking this place. And once that's done, he can leave the bridge and move down. This episode, however, we're going to focus in on the Romanian front. I've put my aircraft down here. He's managed to come around. He's taken a look at what the enemy have here. No cannons, which is good. And what they actually did was reduce the amount of troops they had at the bridge, and they sent a smaller force comprised of only light infantry around. But I managed to defeat them, and so now they're kind of running away. So we should have a pretty good opportunity here to strike through and attack. The reason why we can't move any further is because of this cannon. Otherwise, if I remove that, so after I've attacked here, I can remove this cannon or keep it and leave it at the bridge, and the army could possibly continue on and actually take Bucharest, which will be a mighty victory and will open up for our attack on Istanbul. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and attack here. So, since the enemy decides that they're not gonna stand, or they're not gonna attack us. Huh. You know what? We still kind of want a bridge battle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move to this bridge, and I'm gonna block. And I'm gonna block it because it is it's the only railroad bridge, or it's the closest one, I guess, they have from Ottoman capital to bring in reinforcements that way. What I want to do is, I guess I could have left the cannon and moved on, but I want to bring everything with me to attack the town. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna situate here closer to the enemy. We're still able to corner the enemy if they come close to the bridges, and then for next turn we'll attack. So I guess for this episode, what can we do? Nothing actually. So I'll go ahead and end turn. Well, for this episode, for this turn, I'll go ahead and end turn, see what happens, and yeah, we'll attack and hopefully take Bucharest. Right, and so we're back after the end of turn, and nothing really interesting happened. Some units moved around and so forth. We can see that the enemy is going to head and set fire to this warehouse. But that's about it, because Romania is unfortunately about to get destroyed. Oh, I'm just... God damn it. What is holding us back? It's the artillery that's holding us back. Can we split them off then and bring them in as reinforcements? Right, but I want to actually... What? Yes, but yeah, I'm sieging it. But I want to actually attack it. Oh, is it because we don't have artillery? I don't know how this works. Why am I not able to attack? So they because of my aircraft, we can see what they have. So they have a lot of light infantry. I guess they realized how powerful they were, and they actually do have a light howitzers, or a light howitzer. So I guess I could show a bit what's going on around the map. I think we're gonna bring these guys down here, or maybe join in with these guys first and destroy these. We have a siege here, which I guess I could lift, and we could also have this guy attack this army and destroy that, and we can also have this one advance towards this guy. Maybe we'll do that first, because that seems like the easiest to force away this cannon. So we lost 900 bloody men trying attacking that. Holy shit. But we were able to get through, and now we can attack Warsaw. Holy shit, 900 men. Could push through here. Holy shit, that guy Erich Ludendorff. He has a lot of bloody stars. It's a super general. But we're not going to attack there just yet. I guess I could do these really quickly, or I could end turn again. You know what? We'll probably have to do these, or at least this one. I guess we could do this one, and then we'll do the other ones later. Kaiserschützen mountain infantry, not so much cavalry. They got some Flamewerfer. Interesting. Hans, bring the flamethrower. Right, let's go ahead and fight the Austro-Hungarians, shall we? And so here we are on the field of battle. We can see my armies are already moving up. We got the light infantry, we got the cannons in the back, and the line infantry moving up towards this here ridge. And soon the armies will face each other. Light infantry is the first one to halt. We've got a lot of enemy cavalry up on the hill, but also a lot of light infantry moving in through the village here. So they decided to focus in all their fire on this really small little unit. Oh, there's the flamethrower guys, and they're getting absolutely destroyed. Kind of a really cool kind of infantry dude there, but now he's gone. And so soon will the rest of the Austro-Hungarian army. We got some pioneers. I imagine maybe they will throw grenades, or I'm not entirely sure why they're going that close. Or unless it's just because the enemy likes to charge. We got cavalry charge coming straight forwards. Cavalry, however, is very easy targets for the infantry. The enemy is kind of coming really close over here, and my artillery is focusing in. The guys on the right are not going to do too well. Oh, we're blowing up some of our own men here. Go on, guys, destroy them. Send the enemy off. If they actually charged here with their cavalry, that might actually have worked. I guess because of the houses here, they're oh, god damn it, they're actually getting around here. Problem is, for sending the general now, the only thing that's gonna happen is he's probably gonna die if I send him in. Can I get the light infantry just to focus in on the on these cavalry guys, destroying them and getting the artillery guys to run away? See if the general can help a little bit, or maybe, you know what, head towards the forest. Same time, on the main front line, the units that actually contacted the Austrians need to fall back. They managed to kind of hold them off. Right, get back on your artillery pieces. So it's really the light infantry right now. It's up to the light infantry. Well, they're gonna have the biggest task here, dealing with the what's it called? The Kaiserschützen. But the Kaiserschützen have a problem setting up in the village here. They could probably have melee charged us and sent us away. I imagine they've got pretty high stats in terms of accuracy. I'm actually going to tell the light infantry to fall back to their position of cover as artillery is coming in here. Tell these infantry units to move up, deal with the artillery and the enemy general, while we're bombarding the Kaiserschützen. Destroy them! They're not gonna have a chance right now. There's only 62 of them left. 52, actually 42. I mean, oh, did it say 42? I mean 32. Oh, did I say 32? I mean, I didn't even have time for that. 12. And what's left? We've got a artillery unit and some rifle cavalry, but then the Austrians are done for. The enemy general just got killed, and the cavalry is probably about to follow. Within seconds they're massacred and whittled down to 30-ish men. And the artillery piece is falling back as well. So that Austro-Hungarian army was defeated, but at kind of a high cost. But I was able to finish this battle rather quickly. This will be battle 13. And on back to the campaign map. So it loads really quick in between, so I don't even need to cut that out maybe. So we lost 3,000 men, which is unusually high, but we pushed the enemy off. We're gonna set up inside the town. Now there's another Austro-Hungarian army here, which I guess we could try to deal with. Then we got these guys. I guess we could deal with these. And push into West Danzig, and then we're gonna have to wait the episode after that to have the to be able to attack this region and destroy it. For some reason I couldn't continue the attack, as it were. We're gonna see move up to the bridge, and that's gonna cause the enemy to move up towards us. Eric Ludendorff is gonna move up and most likely gonna have to fight at the bridge. Kind of a large battle. 9,000 men in reinforcements, 3,000 to start off with. Gonna be an interesting battle against our 6,000, so we don't get reinforcements. Anyways, oh, it actually says grassland, so it's gonna be a flat map. Anyways, let's go ahead and defend from this interception. First things first, we need to defeat Ludendorff and his army. And as we can see,
we have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Well, there he goes. He's dead already. Wait, was that the general that turned up over here? They got bombarded with artillery, or because Ludendorff should be still alive. He should be the guy right here, shouldn't he? Anyways, I was able to set up in a like elf. Oh shit, the enemy is turning up right behind us. There's an Austrian-Hungarian army turning up right behind me. Luckily, I had already moved infantry.
We have killed their general, sir. Now
to
they
be
must
part
break.
in sort of defending this position. Shit. Come on, open fire on the stupid cavalry. So the Austro-Hungarian army is turning up in our rear, attacking us through there. There's still a big army out there. I've got 5 units over there. I've got the light infantry. I'm pulling them back, and then we've got, let's see, 6, 7, 8 units, I think, along that line. So it should be fine. Let's have the general come closer just to keep our men in line. We need to deal with these Austro-Hungarian troops before we even think about advancing upon the enemy, to make sure that we shoot down these dragoon guys. We're gonna set up the artillery to constantly bombard this position right here. So they ride straight in the volley and lose half the men.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Oh, they shot towards the artillery and then they hit the general. Gonna move the general back a bit. The artillery is able to help out here and strike the enemy cavalry before it even turns up on the field. It's already lost half its men. And it's a Lancer unit. Go ahead and destroy them. Maybe I should see about advancing already towards the enemy through the terrain here. It seems if they just keep moving up, you know, a single unit like that, we're gonna destroy all of them. I can hear something moving in there. Let's see about moving up. We'll move up like that through the forest, and these guys will advance as well up until this point, like so. So we can see cavalry unit has emerged. We've got a guard infantry in the forest. So the enemy has been advancing towards us. They're in the forest. They're in the forest. Holy shit. Guard infantry and Alpenjägers, Alpenkorps. And there's cannons and stuff in there as well. This line right here, needs to come all the way up here then. How's it going over here? Have we dealt with them? Hold your fire. It's artillery moving through now. It's mortar units. You know what? We need the cannons to focus on other things. You guys get back on the cannons. Light infantry, I don't think we need you. 2 units is enough to shoot these guys down. We need the light infantry over here. And so the enemy force is completely, all of them are more or less inside of that forest. I kinda need to redraw the lines here. What we'll do is something like this. These 2 units will fall back. And then these guys coming through there will go like that instead. So they have a long way to run. I'm hoping the artillery will soon retarget. Come on, deal with these guys already. You know what? I think I can move you even closer. I need the artillery to focus in on the forest at this point. Oh, did I not move you back? Well, right now you can actually stay there. Because that's working just fine. We have tons of Germans moving in the forest. I mean, it's the entire First Army, so that's about 2,000-3,000 men. Well, it was 2,000-3,000 men. Most of it seems destroyed at this point, or broken up. Kind of interesting how the enemy managed to get that close. Okay, we're gonna stop these guys. Like that, because the enemy is moving in. So I think the forest is clear. We've got this area under control. And the forest, as I said, was clear. So we're gonna move these guys to cover that opening. And then these troops will move into the forest like this. I'll actually tell this one to retreat. They can retreat off the field. They've lost too many men to take part in the battle. And now we've got Germans moving one by one into our line of fire. And we'll encircle them here and then roll them up one by one until there's no one left. So we got one artillery piece here, but I think we'll shoot that one down as soon as our men gets into position. And if maybe the artillery is refocusing. So the Austro-Hungarian troops are just getting slaughtered moving into our fire here. Okay, so these guys not really firing. I guess I could tell them to target something instead. Like they could focus in on maybe firing around the where the enemy comes onto the battlefield. So as soon as the enemy comes in, the thing is we are losing kind of a lot of people. Maybe I should have them in spread out formation, and that will reduce the casualty they take. They seem to be focusing in on the guys coming in, or the guys situated here in the flank. And the guys in the flank are also the ones that do the most damage. And then maybe these guys should come even closer. So they focus on them. But then the general needs to move away a bit. Right, how's it going on the front line? We're pushing the enemy away. Kind of ish fresh units, or large units I should say instead. We'll draw the line like that. And then the rest of the units will advance out of the forest up onto the open ground and take the fight to the enemy. And then our troops here continuing to slaughter this Austro-Hungarian army. But my focus needs to be here now to encircle and destroy all these units that's turning up. Once we get into position, I have no doubt that our superior numbers will be victorious. So these guys coming in line. Yeah, focusing on these guys instead. Oh shit, the artillery came kinda close to our own men. I'm hoping that's our own artillery. That the enemy has not set up any artillery positions. The enemy is holding that slope and they've got more troops coming in. I want to push on beyond that slope pretty darn soon. Looks like these guys are about to break. These guys will be the first one to push up, and they will push up through here like this. Okay, so the enemy is broken. They're retreating. This line right here will continue to fire for a bit. But then we need to see about possibly getting through the forest. We got Grenadier unit moving up through the forest. Oh, they're charging. They're charging through the heavy cover. But as they get out of the forest, they're getting shot to pieces. They're pretty darn quick though. Oh, here comes the charge. They went for this unit, when they could have gone for that one instead. But there's only about 75 of them that actually reach the unit, and there's 300 men in this one. But I imagine the Grenadiers have probably quite a bit higher melee stats than our men. So our men has already lost about 50 in this melee fight. But the enemy is losing, I wouldn't say a similar amount, but they are losing a lot of men as well rather quickly. So our unit went from 300 men-ish, and their unit of 75 men was utterly destroyed. So still kind of a devastating bayonet charge there. Okay, so the enemy is being pushed back. That unit of 100 men. This one does not even have a flag for some reason. Okay, I think we can get a little bit of a better angle on the enemy by spreading out like that. And then having these guys advance a bit. But this line of 108 men, I'm actually going to tell them to retreat. And now it's time to, we're going to 99, you're going to retreat as well.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
And these guys are going to come up through the forest. There are some enemies in there, but I guess we'll melee charge them. How's it going over at the general in his situation? So the Austro-Hungarians are really bringing in a lot of troops. and there's just this massive pile of dead
Glorious
Austrians
victory, sir,
and
is soon to be
Hungarians.
yours.
But at some point here, I imagine we are going to win the battle. Let's see. Did they contact with... Yeah, they've contacted with the Austrian light infantry. I imagine our men is probably quite tired compared to the enemy. Yeah, we're tired. But the more Russians that push in and coming in all around them, I don't think the light infantry has a chance. Especially when we decide to shoot our own men. Okay, so our attack, or our men pushing through here. Oh, they decide to... Everyone decides to retreat all of a sudden. All of a sudden, everyone in the German army is retreating. We lost a lot of men pushing up through the forest. Some of these units are down to 100 men. But the battle continues because the Austrian-Hungarian army is still, I guess, trying to come in and reinforce here. We're gonna see what's going down. Are they still reinforcing? Yeah, they are. They're still coming in with reinforcement troops. So I guess I'll do this off camera and continue to whittle down the Austro-Hungarians. What we'll have to do is we'll have to bring back the army. I'm lucky here that I had two armies moving up this road, because this army is not going to be in any shape to continue their attack. The good thing, however, I imagine that the enemies actually spent all their defensive troops around Danzig, so I should be able to win there with the second army. Oh, the Austro-Hungarians are probably retreating in full retreat as well. Anyways, I'll see you after this battle. Silly me, I forgot to start the recording again after I stopped it while whittling down the Austro-Hungarians. So once I finished the battle, I continued talking as though the camera was rolling, but I realized as I was about to turn it off that I had never I put it on. Anyways, it wasn't that much. It was just like the statistics and stuff, and I was going over some stuff like that. But anyways, I can tell you about it. So we had 12,000 enemies, and we had 6,000 men roughly. 9,000 of the enemy succumb, or we killed them. And after that, Simonov stayed on this side of the river while Dmitri pushed across and attacked and took Danzig. The interesting thing about that is it seems like the supporting generals get all the credit, because while Dmitri didn't get a single train to star or anything for actually taking the town, Ivan got courageous leader, he got aggressive attacker, and he got nervous twitch. And I think he got maybe an extra star as well. So he got everything, even though it was Dmitri who carried out the attack. Anyways, next time around we'll probably have quite an easy time for this army to push through and take... Well, I shouldn't say easy, because they lost kind of a lot of men taking that. They lost almost 1,000 men just against one single artillery piece holding this bridge, which was interestingly strange for this guy to fuck up that badly. And then I'm not entirely sure, maybe I'll try to do this one off camera, and then the Romanian stuff is probably gonna go down next turn. So that will be nice to open up that front and be able to come down to Istanbul and open that up. I don't think I've said that, but the Greeks actually declared war on us. They allied with the Ottomans and the Austro-Hungarians and they declared war on us. I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but hey, I think that's part of my, yeah, it's part of my victory conditions to control Greece or have them as a client state. So yeah, that's gonna be oh, so Danzig is one of the victory conditions, so I've taken one of those. Western Prussia, very good. So we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Plus we need some, you know what, those 7 regions is gonna be enough to push me over the victory regions, so that would be nice. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll come back for the next one as we finish off the Romanians, hopefully. This episode was about to, the plan was to finish off the Romanians. That did not happen. But yeah, hopefully that will happen next time. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.